is my name. I moved to Jamaica, became a medical doctor there. Soon afterwards, became a businessman distributing automobiles. My wife and I did that successfully for about 16 years. And then we moved from, during the course of those 16 years, we moved from Jamaica to Florida to expand our life and our business. And then we had the real estate mortgage crisis happen in the US and it spread to the world. It affected us greatly. We fell into a financial valley in 2009. 2010, we got introduced to the network marketing industry, and that was the turning point for us to get back up on our feet. We've been involved in the network marketing industry for the last 13 years, and it's been a great journey. We had the privilege of going over to Nigeria. We lived there for 8 years. We're now back in the United States. And in 2020, while being in Nigeria, we were in the lockdown. Some of you might remember the COVID-19 lockdown worldwide. So we were stuck at home, unable to generate incomes in the way we normally do. And then we got introduced to the whole idea of trading. We got introduced to this community, had a different name at the time. I started off my journey with Xtream as an affiliate because of my marketing experience. I focused initially on being an affiliate in the community. And what that means is that you're able to pay a small fee. Most of us start with a little over $100, or sometimes the bigger packages. Right now we have bigger packages for $249, $299 that have combo packages that you could purchase. And then once you do any of those packages, what it gives you is the opportunity to earn commissions, which we did. So I started earning $500 a month, $1,000, $2,000, $5,000. It goes up to a high figure. The highest I've seen somebody, not me, but someone in network marketing, use this compensation plan on the screen and earn $200,000 in a single month. I've seen that happen. So we already know that the compensation plan works, but you have to work it. Like anything else. If you're gonna do something and succeed at it, you'll have to put in the required effort, right? So I think that's a no-brainer where that is concerned. So I did that successfully and emerged with results, with great results. I'm very satisfied with that. Now, what it is that we market? Well, we market the education. We have different aspects to Xtreamfx Global Academy. And the education, trading education is the foundation of what we do. We train people on how to go into the 7.3 trillion with that. Somebody, please type the word trillion in the chat so that my accent may be distorting the words. You could understand what I'm saying, right? And then, we have packages, $89 a month if you have a student ID going through a traditional school system. And then $99 a month if you do not have that ID is what you would pay to have access to video libraries, have access to classes, live classes with master traders. You'll also receive through Telegram trade ideas that you could use to practice, plus you could use them to earn money when you become good at trading. And then we have the higher level of $159 a month, which is the Forex student level plus the binary options, all right? Now, recently in April, we added to our offerings the safety trade technology. So the safety trade technology is what this presentation that we do today. We do this presentation. Thank you very much, Monsignor, for typing trillion. We do this presentation Monday through Thursday at this time, which is 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 9 p.m. in the UK, Nigeria time zone. And we do this presentation every day, Monday through Thursday, and Saturdays at the same time. And then on Sundays, we do this presentation on Sundays. We do this presentation Sundays at 10 p.m., right? 10 p.m. Nigeria time, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Sunday evening, you could also bring on your friends, your family. The market is open live at that time for us to really look at how the technology functions. The market is open live now, and we'll look at maybe one or two assets and see how they behave using this particular system. Now, here's the thing. I would love to have, if Liana, right? If Liana over there in the UK, in Canada, sorry. I know we have people on here from the UK too. We have people on here from Nigeria, the UK, Jamaica, and here in Houston. So if you can unmute yourself, we have Trinidad, we have Mark in the house from Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago. So Liana, you're new to the conversation. If you can unmute, that would be great. And also Monsignor Oko, if both of you could be unmuted and be my co-pilots. Hi, Liana, how are you?
Hi, I'm okay.
Great, great. Nice to hear that. And where in Canada are you?
Ontario.
Oh, cool. Have you ever tried trading before?
No.
Oh, no. Okay, that's fine. Let me just show you something here that I found out, right? I've heard it, but let's look at this question. I'm asking this question in Google. So I went to the Google website. What percentage of retail traders lose money? Could do you see that part?
Yes, I do.
All right, could you read out this answer?
Based on several brokers' studies, as many as 90% of traders are estimated to lose money in the markets. This can be an even higher failure rate if you look at day traders, forex traders, or option traders.
Awesome. So to learn how to trade, it's clear for the 10%, right? For the 1 to 10% that are making money, it's worth it. I personally have gotten into finally, it took me a while, but I've gotten into that group of people who make money consistently trading. And what has helped me a lot is the technology that we're going to talk about. Before the technology, right, the general way we learn how to trade is to come and mark up this chart. You'll have to mark up this chart. It's called Trading View. And you learn how to predict if the market is going to go down or if it's going to go up. And trading is based on you are here. Let's say you are right here in the market, right here. And then you say, you know what? Based on your analysis, based on everything you've learned, the market is going to go up. And then you take a position for it to go up and you make money. But if you're here and you say, you know what, the market is going to continue to go down, and you take a position for the market to go down, you'll have lost money. So traders are always trying to figure out, is it going to continue to go up or is it going to go down? And a lot of people who have tried trading end up losing money because it's very difficult to predict what direction the market is going to go in. So in April, when we got introduced to the safety trade technology and it came into our community, Mr. Horatio from Jamaica, one of our members, he's bought the safety trade system about 2 months ago. And he's been trading for over 10 years, Liana. He's been trading for over 10 years. He's bought many expensive cars. He's done really well. To become a proficient trader, it generally takes anywhere from 3 years to 5 years to become very good at it. And he stuck with it. A lot of people do not stick with it for that long to get to the point where you could trade successfully as he has done. And you know what? He describes this technology that I'm going to share with you. He calls this the missing link. He calls this, somebody who's been trading for over 10 years, what I'm going to describe to you, he's calling this the missing link. What this has done, this technology on the screen, it has eliminated a lot of learning, right? You're not going to have to learn how to use this website, right? You won't have to. You could go ahead and learn it from us if you want, but you do not have to. Monsignor Oko, right? If you do choose to get the safety trade technology, you're going to be able to use it in addition to education from Xtream. And this technology is so simple and easy to use. Right? So let me go back to just mentioning the price. Here's the price of it. The price of it is $599 for the year, which is basically $50 a month. Unfortunately, there's no monthly payment available. You'll have to pay the $599 up front. And then you pay $75 a month for signals that you're going to have access to. All right, so let's get into the technology. Let's get into looking at how it works. And Liana, you've never traded before. And the basics of trading is that if you know that the market is going to go up and you take a position for it to go up, you make money. But if it goes in the opposite direction, you lose money. Okay? If you believe the market is going to go down and you take a position to go down and it goes up, you lose money. Or if you take a position for it to go down and it does, you make money. So you can make money based on the movement of the market, not necessarily whether it's going up or going down. So it's a unidirectional, bidirectional business where you can make money going in the upward direction, which are the green candles. These are called candles, and then the red candles is going down. Okay, so here 4 things. There are 4 things, Leanna, Oko, that you need to identify if you're going to use the system and trade successfully. Just for the new people, on the screen is a system called MetaTrader 4. All right, somebody could type that in the chat. MT4 abbreviation, you can go and search it on Google, on your phone, on Play Store. It's something that's a free app that you could download on your phone or laptop. Now, the application, you can add to the application a live broker. Now, here you will see where it says Hugo's Way Live all the way to the bottom left. Hugo's Way Live, and my name is below it. This is my live trading account that's linked up to this Hugo's Way, to the MetaTrader 4. It's called Hugo's Way. Hugo's Way is like a bank. The bank gives you access to the financial markets, right? A broker. So you use a broker, and the broker is going to take your instruction on what to buy and what to sell in the market on your behalf and place the profits in your account or minus from your money any losses that you make, all right? That's how it works. Very simple. And the broker charges some very reasonable fees to do the transaction on your behalf. Very reasonable fees, all right? All right, so let's look at it. Let's look at it. All right, so over here, Leanna, Oko, can you see these numbers and symbols to the left? Can you see them?
Yes.
Okay, great. All right, so on here, if you download this app, you'll see some numbers and symbols here. If you right-click in this box, you'll see this menu. Do you see this word? What does this word say, Leanna?
Symbols.
All right, great. So I'm clicking on it, and it opens this little box. Now, this little box is your window to $7 trillion in money that's being transacted Monday, which is Sunday night for us, to Friday. On weekends, the volume goes down because only cryptocurrencies are generally traded on weekends. But Sunday evening our time to Friday evening our time, about $7 trillion is being exchanged through these various assets every day, Sunday evening to Friday evening. All right, so at the top here, it says FX majors. Right-clicking that, I click the plus sign, Do you mind reading, let's say this one. Do you mind reading, what does this one say, Leanna?
Sorry, I can't see that. It's a little too small on my screen.
Are you on a phone?
GPD, USD, Great Britain, pound, US dollars.
Exactly, right. Oko, what does this one say down here? This one in blue.
USD, DAPY, US dollar, Japanese yen.
Right. So this system is giving you access to major countries' currencies that you could trade. Let's look at the forget about the exotics. Let's look at the indices. All right. What does this one say? Liana, just pinch, if you're on a phone, just pinch your screen right where that is, and it will expand. Just put your 2 fingers over the blue and stretch it, and it will expand it for you.
NAS 100, NASDAQ 100.
Right. Okay, Oku, what does this one say down here?
SUS is blown. You have something like 3D or 30 there.
Yeah, US 30, US top 30, right? These are the top 30 companies in the United States bundled together in what's called an index. So you and I are able to trade these. What about energy? Liana, would you like to be able to take a trade on this one, right? Where you could buy some of this with use $100 or $200 and buy some of it with the idea that it might go up or go down in value, and you could make money in both directions if you predict it correctly. Would you like to be able to do that?
Sure.
Yes, this is US oil, right? What about metals? What about metals? Have you ever heard about people trading this? Read this one out for me.
XAU USD.
Okay, ladies before gentlemen, Opal. Okay, Liana, go ahead.
XAU USD US dollar gold.
Have you ever heard of people trading gold?
Yes.
Okay, great. So now is your opportunity to do that, right? What about cryptocurrencies? Like, have you ever heard of this one in blue? Do you mind reading this one out, Oko?
It's still blunt. I can't see it properly from here.
All right. Okay, on a laptop or a phone?
Oh,
Okay, just put your two fingers over the blue section and stretch them like you're stretching the screen, and it will open it up and make it bigger for you to see it.
okay. Oh, wow.
Okay, Liana, could you read it for him?
BTCUSD, Bitcoin versus US dollar.
Right. So we could trade cryptos as well, Solana, XRP. We could also trade stocks, right? We could also trade stocks. Let's look at, what does this one say here? What does this one say here, Liana?
BAC, Bank of America Corp.
Yes. Would you like to be able to predict if Bank of America is going to go up or go down and make money?
Sure.
All right, wonderful. All right, so we've established then that the financial markets is available to us. The only question is that when you let's bring up NAS 100. NAS 100 are the top 100 technology stocks like Google, Facebook, Yahoo, Tesla. Those companies are called technology companies, and their stocks are bundled into one index called the NASDAQ 100. And investors buy and sell that asset every day, Sunday night through Friday, to be able to predict, is it going to go up or down to make money? A lot of investors do it. Some investors hold it for years, and some investors hold it for seconds, okay? And depending on how good you are at predicting it, you can make money. So the whole idea here is that we want information that can tell us, is it going to go up or is it going to go down? That's basically what we want to find out. So the safety trade technology was developed by Kevin Grego, and we're very grateful to him for developing this system. And what it does is that it changes this chart that I showed you earlier. Instead of having to learn how to use this chart here with all these lines and numbers on it and stuff and all of this, you're simply going to be able to use 4 things to find out is the market going to go up or is it going to go down? 4 things, all right? So let's start with the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning of Friday. This blue section is the beginning of Friday in the market, right? This is the beginning of Friday in the market. Okay, so Liana, let's see if you could identify the 4 things. Oko, the same thing. Do you see this green line running through the screen over here? Screen line?
Yeah.
Okay, it's called the moving average, all right? I call it the green wavy line. And these green and red things are called candlesticks. The thick part is called the body of the candle. The thin line is called the wick of the candle. The green ones is when the market is going up. The red ones is when the market is coming down. Okay. So wherever these candles are at a particular point in time, like when the wick came up here, all the way up here, do you see a white number to the right, Liana? Do you see a white number to the right? Okay, that's the price at that time. So wherever these candles are, you notice that the price is moving. See, the price is moving. The price is moving. So if we started down here, the price was down here. That was 14,000, whatever that was, 700. And then it went all the way up to here, 14,400 and whatever. So if you bought it down here and you said, okay, it's going to go up, you'd have made the difference between the price down here and the price up here. Is that clear?
Yes.
Okay, if you believe when it was here that it was going to go down, you could have taken a position here and you'd have the difference between the price here and the price down here would be your profit. Okay? All right. So can we agree then the first thing of the 4, Oko and Liana, 4 simple things that we're going to need to identify. 4. The first thing is that before this red arrow came on the screen, all right, the price was above the green moving average. Do you agree with me? Do you both agree with me that the candlesticks or the price is above this line at this point, right here?
Yeah.
Yes, good. Good. And then second, a red arrow popped on the screen. Do you see this red arrow?
Yes.
All right, the red down arrow means there's a possible sell. The red means down, green means up. The red means there's a possible sell. So let's go forward and see what happened, right? The third thing is that these are called indicators. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there are different names they use for them, but just call them indicators. 5 indicators. All of them need to be the same color as the arrow, right? Right now, Liana or Oko, what color Are these all the same color at the end of my screen? Yes or no?
Red.
Are they all the same?
No.
Are the 5 indicators the same color? Yes or no?
No.
No, they're not. Thank you. All right. Liana, do you agree with Oko?
Sorry, I'm just trying to find it on the screen. I wasn't sure where you're talking. It's bottom
Shrink it
to
back,
right,
shrink it back down to the end, to the end all the way to the right. So the right
bottom right.
bottom corner. There are
Sorry,
5.
yeah.
You have 2 green or 2.5 green and 4 red.
All right, good. So they're not the same color. All right, let's go forward a little bit more. Let's go forward a little bit more. Are they the same color now? Are they all the same color now?
Okay, yeah.
Almost. The 4, yes. The 4 are all the
Yes.
same color.
Yes. Well, it's 5 of them. So there's one way at the bottom. Maybe your screen is still a little small, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Make sure your screen is turned sideways on your phone to give you the best view. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, from the bottom, counting from the bottom, number 1, 2, 3, 4, we're waiting for the 4th one to turn green. It's called a fake out. The developer calls it a base indicator. I call it a fake out. So what's happening is that if you look at the screen above where these candles are, you see the green candles look like they're going generally in an upward direction. So when this is happening, a lot of traders will think it's time that they could take a buy. And a lot of people take a position for it to go up, hoping it will continue to go up. And if it does, they make money. But if it turns around and comes back down, they lose money. The safety trade system is saying to you, this is not the time to take a buy. This is the time to take a sell. Okay? So you're going to open up a trade and you get training on how to do it. You're going to right click in this box, right click here, click the word trading, and then click the word new order. And then you're going to practice on putting in a new order. You'll get training on that. Okay? Now, once you've done, putting in your order here, once you put in your order here, you're going to see a line up here on the screen. All right, and let's say the line appears. You're going down here, right? Line up. You're going to be able to drag it up and down and place it where you're going to be trained. You're going to be trained to place it about right here. Okay, all right, in your training. So what happens if Oko and Liana, if it comes down right now, the price is up here. You can see the candles are up here at this point. So the price is up here at the top, right? If it comes down, it's going to activate the line. If it goes up, doesn't matter. No big deal. You wouldn't lose any money, but you won't make any money. But if it comes down and touches this line and keeps going down through the bottom line, you'd have made the difference between here and here in terms of money. You're going to win what are called points. Now, the distance between here and here, this is generally about 5 points or 10 points. But what we want you to do as a beginner is try to get 1 to 3 points per trade in your beginning phase. So for you to make money using the system, all you're going to need to have happen is for this to come down and touch this line and touch your second line. That's it. Let's see if that happened. Let's see if that happened, right? What took place right after that, Liana and Oko? What happened right after?
It went up.
And what happened afterwards?
It came right back down.
Came right back down. So would you have won that trade?
Yeah.
Yes, you would have, right? So that's one trade that we would have won Friday morning, right? Friday morning, this is about this beginning of this blue section is 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So this would have been early afternoon for you, Oko, in Nigeria. You'd have won a trade right here based on this, right? Red, 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 green, red. So the market done started moving. Then the red buck, this is called a buck. This red changed to green. When this happens, you're no longer going to be looking for a sell. At this point, you're going to be looking for a possible, because if you put in another sell here, when the green happens, see the green, red, 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 green, red, you could have put in another order just below the line, but it went up instead of coming back down. So that trade would not have been active. You would not have made any money from the trade, but you would not have lost any money either. So once this happened and it's all green, you're seeing something new happen, right? The price was below this line. Liana, Oko, do you agree with me that before the green up arrow came on the screen, the price was below the line? Do you agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. All right. And then the green up arrow is now saying that we should look for a buy and not a sell. but we need to wait for everything here to turn green. So as we went forward, you see everything turned green, right? Everything turned green. Okay, everything turned green. And then let's look over to the left-hand side. You know, it's a little bit of an not advanced, but on the left-hand side is what we call a 5-minute chart, right? What is this pattern showing us down here? Let's go back to right here on the 5-minute chart. What is this pattern showing us on the 5-minute chart? Green, green, red, green. What type of pattern is that suggesting? What type of trade should we go for here?
Buy.
A buy. Great. You see how quick you catch on to that, Diana? So you put in your entry point above here, and then you go for 1 to 3 pips as a beginner, right? Oko, are you seeing this? All right, let's move forward. What happened after this pattern? What happened? Did the market go up?
No.
After this pattern here, green, 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 red, green, and you put in your order right here. When this happened on the screen, green, 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 red, green, you put in an order for a buy just above here, and your expectation is that after it came down here below the green line, it's going to go back up. That's what the system says it will do. What happened afterwards on the left screen? What happened afterwards? Liana?
It went up.
Goku? It went up. Would you have won that trade, Liana?
Yes.
Exactly. So you won this trade as a buy, you won the other one as a sell, right? And then as the day progresses, other opportunities like that. Let's just keep moving through the day, right? Here's another, it's not fully developed, but red, 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 green, red. On the right, you could see this one, right? The price came above the line, but because the bottom one wasn't red, that's not the perfect safety trade, but intermediate level people would have been able to capitalize on that. Right, but let's keep going forward to see if we got another one that was perfect. Do you see this now, Diana, where this came down? Okay, this came up, red, 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 green, red. Do you see that right here, right here? Do you see that one?
New safety trade alert. New safety trade alert.
Right, did it go down right afterwards?
Yes.
Yes, if you had put in a trade, would you have made money there? If you had put in a sell?
Yes.
Yes. All right, let's look at the next one where it went up again. It came down and it went back up again, right? And if you put in another trade down below the line, would it have come down and give you some profit? Based on what we're seeing on the screen. Right over here, right? Did it come back down afterwards? Yes, yes, it did, right? Did it go down?
Mm-hmm.
In fact, it went way down, okay? So the whole idea is that the system gives us data that tells us, is it gonna go up? If it's green, 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 red, green, as we're seeing over here, we saw that one go up. But when it changed back to red, we simply wait for it to show us red, 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 green, red. And once the green comes up, we know that's going to give us a chance for an entry to come back down, right? And here are a couple of others. You could see a bunch of them. This all happened on Friday, by the way. This is all Friday. This is just recently. So this is not like long, long, long ago. If you were already using the system, as many people have done this week, they would have made money here. You know, I know there are people on here. Put some dollar signs in the chat if you earn money using the system this week, because I certainly did. Put some dollar signs in the chat if you earn money using the system, right? I'm very grateful for it. Very grateful. I mean, you know, very grateful. The system is amazing. You know, there are many members right now who are winning over 90% of their trades using this because of the accuracy of the data. All right. You know, human error is there, but the system is pretty much infallible. But human error in using it is a factor that we have to contend with. As you get better at using it, the results improve. Okay. Can you see this one again, Liana? Do you see this one again? Red, 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 green, red. When it went up, when the market was shooting up, and it came right back down and gave you a winning trade. Do you see that, Oko?
Yes.
Right, right. And then when it changed to green, when this red box changed to green, we now stop looking for sells. We're waiting for it to set up to give us a buy, which it really, yes, it did give us a full setup, right? Where it came down, you could see towards the end of the day, green, 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 red, green, right? It happened right here when it came back down, and it gave you a chance to put in for a buy here, and the market stopped at the end of Friday. Now, this is us using the chart to find the trade, using the four things. But we have a scanner, right? It's called a handy dan. It's a scanner, right? And let's look at this, right? Do you see this green arrow running up here where it says Ethereum US dollar? Do you see that green arrow pushing up?
Yes.
All right. So this is saying that on the 1 minute time frame, 1 minute chart on Ethereum US dollar, there's a chance to get what's called a buy. The system calls it out using this pattern here, where whenever it's red and blue or this yellow star, it means it's less than a minute since the trade has been called. If you see the arrow still going up or down, it's been called within the last 5 minutes. If you see the arrow steady, it's called older than 5 minutes. So this is a part of the system, the safety trade system. The scanner is a part of it. Right? You could get the scanner for $75 a month. So let's go look for Ethereum US dollar. Ethereum US dollar is a cryptocurrency. Let's look and see what's going on with it to see if that trade, what's going on with that trade. And that's happening live right now in the market. So you could see what the system is saying. Instead of sitting down on the system waiting for it to change, you could see here where it's now telling you that there's a possibility of a buy, right? Green, 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 red, green. Okay, the market came down, is expected to go back up. All right. On the 5 minute chart, though, this green bar over here and this red bar over here are not aligned. But you could see that the market is starting to go back up, right? So you're putting an entry point just above here, right? And your goal is to get 1 to 3 pips, right? So a little bit about there. Okay, that would be the goal. Okay, all right. So let's see if that's gonna happen. Let's just leave it here for a minute to see. We could see that one candle pushed up a while ago, this green one, and another one is right here. You could see that. Okay, and then so the price is right now right here, the white number. We could just pay attention to that. If it comes up and goes through these 2 lines, you'd have seen a live winning trade by the system, a live winning trade. Now, if this green back here, this green here changes to red, that cancels that trade. Means that you would no longer wait on that trade because it's now possibly going to sell instead of buy. But if this green box stays green, if this green here stays green throughout the next few minutes or so, whatever, and it goes up, then you'd have won the trade. If it not, it goes down, you don't lose anything. The trade just doesn't activate. So this system is powerful. And where did I get this trade from? The scanner. The scanner showed us that message a while ago. When I clicked on it, you saw the green arrow pointing up. So instead of sitting down on different charts, I just simply used the system, and the system showed me the trade and told me Ethereum US dollar has now created an opportunity to do a buy. But right now, the green bar has turned to red. So I'm not enthusiastic about this trade. It could still go up, but the likelihood is that it's gonna go back down because this green bar turned to red. But we'll leave it there anyway, because it could still go up. It could still go up a bit before it comes back down. All right. But the system is amazing. It's calling all the trades. It's giving you and I an opportunity to use the chart, look at the various assets that we're going to trade, whether we're trading gold or oil or indices or currency pairs or cryptocurrencies or whatever. And in addition to that, it's calling out the trades. It's sending us these trades using this powerful system that scans over 200 different symbols and gives us this data. So this is, oh, wow. What has happened here, Liana? What has happened here, Oko? What took place here? What took place? Did we win this trade live on a Saturday night in Nigeria, a Saturday afternoon here in the US and Canada, right? Did we win that trade? Come on, talk to me something. Live and direct, as we would say from Jamaica, Liana. Right? Oko, can you see that? Did you see that happen? Are you still there? My friend Oko, right, from Abuja, Nigeria. Your line is muted. Okay, I think it's his network. I'm not seeing him on the line. His network fell off. But we just saw that, right? It pushed all the way through. It's pulled back down a bit. And of course, you'd have deleted the trade anyway. You should not have, a beginner I would not have waited on, because that trade looked like it was just going to go up a little bit and come back down, because this green turned to red. You see this green turned to red here, right? So I would want a stronger push than that to be able to win the trade, right? But you'll practice first and practice, and then you'll be able to see that. But that was the system called out Ethereum US dollar, 1 minute buy trade, I put in an entry line here and a profit line here, and it went up and it went through, right? It went through my bottom one and came up and touched my top one. So that was a winning trade. Okay. And that's how the system works. And that's why a lot of members, like Esther, she used the scanner in her first week, 2 weeks, I think, of being in a company, and used the scanner. She made $600. Remember, the technology cost $599, and she earned over $600 her first day. She's done $6,500 in 90 minutes using the system. In 90 minutes, that's an hour and a half. So this system is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. It's truly a game changer. And you just simply buy it, come in, we train you on how to use it, you learn how to use it, and you can make money. And in addition to that, we have so many other offerings in Xtream, whether it is the education. We also have our health and wellness line of products that we recently released. So you can get a health and wellness, you can be trading and healthy at the same time. We have a range of health and wellness products, and we just launched, we're in pre-launch of our travel platform, where you can get wholesale prices up to 80% discount on hotels around the world. You'll soon see that panel on the screen here, in addition to the education, the health and wellness, and now we have travel, where you could book, you'll have your own website to get as much as 80% off on hotels around the world, all right? And all of that is available through being an affiliate in Xtream and taking advantage of our programs that we have with great pricing, and then also go ahead and add on the safety trade product, which can help you to enhance your results. People are moving from struggling with trading, as I was struggling with getting consistent results, and went through the process of learning how to use the technology. And I'm very grateful right now that I've become consistently profitable trading, as many people are doing well. There's a gentleman that earned over $1.4 million in 7 months using the technology. And this guy was homeless, Phil, and he bought the technology. Even though he was homeless, a friend of his allowed him to use the library after hours in London. He loaded this on the library computer, and he used it in the night, and he traded in the night, and he's no longer homeless, right? So look at this. Look at this. Look at this. It's still going up, Liana. Can you see that? Can you see how powerful the system is in predicting trades? Okay, how would we know that Ethereum US dollar had come down and it's going to go back up? Without a system like this, it was like trying to just guess in the dark. But with this system, we're giving data that's reliable and that's consistent, that we can just learn how to use, practice with it for a while, and then go ahead and make money. Because trading is the heaviest thing I lift when it comes to doing work for money right now. The heaviest thing I lift is my mouse. When it comes to making money. I'm a medical doctor by training. I could definitely stand up for hours and do a surgery if I needed to. I could sit down and see patient after patient and write them prescriptions. And that's one way of generating money, and that's one way of creating great service to our society. I could also build an automobile business, and I've run it successfully with over 110 staff members. So I also know how to do business that way to generate profit to take care of our families. That part is great, but it's not easy to manage that many people. And then network marketing is great too. You can build a large organization spread across multiple countries around the world, where people participate in a product or a service, and you earn an override of all of what they buy, right, from the companies that you market for. I've done that successfully. But I must say that the most relaxing money I've ever been able to earn is trading. It took a while. It took me a while. Some people pick it up quickly, but it took me a while to get to the point where I really became comfortable enough to be able to make money and know for sure that I can make money from trading, and know for sure, you can make a profit. And when you get to that point, guys, sincerely, there's no better feeling. When you know that you could pick up your laptop and your phone, all I need right now is my laptop, my cell phone, and the mouse. And with the mouse, I right click in this box, I click trading, I click new order, and I literally come here and put in my lot size. And then in this case, I would have clicked what's called a buy stop, right? I click a buy stop, and I put my order in, just slide this line up this way, and I'll wait for it to come off the screen, come off the screen. and then I hit buy, and then you'd see this line all the way up here. I put it far so it doesn't put me in the trade. You see this line up here? Then we'll go ahead and we'll put it in. And if we put it in down here, then when it touches that line, it activates the trade, puts you in the trade, and then you make money. But I wouldn't do that on a Saturday because what's called the spread is too wide. All right, the spread is just too wide. All right, what's a spread? The spread is the distance between these two numbers, this red and blue number. If you open the trade right now, the broker is going to take the money between here to here, out of your money right away. So when the red number and the blue number are very close to each other, they take a small amount. These numbers are closer on a weekday. On a weekend, they're very wide apart because the volume of transactions in the market is very low. So weekends are a challenging time to make profit. But this was a nice winning trade. You all saw that happen live. It was what we call a dirty trade because the green bar turned to red. So that's not the ideal setup for us. But it's still a good trade anyway, right? I would not have taken it, but it won. All right. All right. So any questions from anybody? Any questions from anybody about this great technology we have, man? This is just excellent. Oko, I know you missed that. I don't know if you saw when the trade won. Live, the BTC trade won live on the technology. We went from here and we put our lines just here. Liana, did you see that?
Yes.
Right. So the system is amazing, right? The system called this out for us, right? The scanner. Where we went to the scanner and see now it's saying EOS USD is gonna sell. There's a 1 minute sell on EOS USD. So if we go ahead and look for that was on Ethereum US dollar buy, I know the system is saying on EOS USD, which is another crypto, just go ahead and find it over here in your list. And then if we look at it, we see we're on the 1 minute. What did it say? It's saying EOS USD is a 1 minute sell, right? 1 minute sell. Let's put it over here, right? 1 minute sell. Let's wait for it to change. All right, great. See, it's red, 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 green, red. So the price went above our green line. The system is saying it's going to come back down. So we put our entry down here and we would go for 1 to 3 pips, right? So if it comes back down and comes to our two lines, that would have been another winning trade. All right, I could wait to see if it does that. So this is okay. What is it doing there, Oko, Liana? What is it does? What did it just do? Did you see the red come down?
Yes.
Right. So the system does this. The system is the system is not moving the market. The market is moving, but the system knows how to predict what direction the market is going to go in with a 99% accuracy. So rather than going through the hard task of studying and learning all of the various details that traders have done over the years to be able to make money trading, like Mr. Horatio Williams, he's done extremely well. He's traded for over 10 years. And he said, he's bought many expensive cars. He's doing very well as a trader. And then he got the system and he's now introduced it to all of the people who are in his trading community that he leads because he trains people on trading. And he's had his students buy the technology. And he calls it the missing link. He calls the technology the missing link. Now, this is amazing that a trader with over 10 years experience, profitably successful, is seeing the trade system and he calls it the missing link. And he is promoting it for his members to use it in his trading community and also, helping us here to build as well. So I'm very excited, very grateful for what we have. And hopefully you are too. Go ahead and get whatever level you can. I started off as a marketer in Xtream before I became a trader. And I believe marketing is a powerful way to earn money because you could have a job working with a company in your country and do the marketing with us part-time and make yourself an extra $500 or $1,000 US a month, plus your income from your existing job. And then you could take that money and pay your monthly subscription to be in Xtream. And then you could later on use some of that money to buy the trading technology and then learn how to use it and then make way more money. And of course, you still have your job. You still do whatever you love doing, but you no longer, would have to work for money because working for money is not easy. It's not an easy proposition to make money, and money loses value over time. So as money is losing value over time, you have to work harder and harder every year to keep pace with what's called inflation, because money is losing value. And because money is losing value, if you're earning whatever you're earning right now as your salary, 6 months from now, it just doesn't buy the same amount of things as it buys right now. So with that happening, if you're not a trader, man, it's tough, because trading speeds up the rate at which you can earn money. These two lines, Liana, right? These two lines are 3 points. So let's say you try to earn $1 per point. How much would you earn between these two lines here? If the trade won, $1 per point, how much would you earn?
$3.
$3. What if you traded $10 per point? How much would you earn?
30.
What if you traded $100 per point?
300.
Yeah. There are people who earn $3,000, even $30,000 in this one little transaction here. So, and how long would it take? How long did it take for the Bitcoin trade to win? Not the Bitcoin, the Ethereum trade. How long did it take for that one to win? How many minutes?
Less than 5.
5 minutes. So what if you earn $100 or $200 in those 5 minutes? Would that have been a worthwhile use of time and energy?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it. You know, it's not rocket science. It's, you know, we have a system that gives us this type of data. Excellent system, right? Excellent system. So, man, I'm just fired up, excited about what we have. And, you know, it's been a game changer for my family and many families as well that have benefited greatly from us using this technology, right? So with that said, any further questions? Liana, thank you so much for being so gracious and kind in helping me to share this presentation on behalf of our community with those here, and Oko as well for helping me to walk through this, how to look at a trade and find this. And then there's some other 1 hour trades for those who, you know, may not want to do the 1 minute trades. I was showing a 1 hour trade to a gentleman or lady earlier, Mauritius. Here's the 1 hour, right? This trade right here, 1 hour trade. This one, look at this one, 1 hour trade. What type of trade is this at the end of the screen, Diana? Red, 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 green. What type of trade should we go for?
Sell.
Now you become so good at this, right? All right, let's count how many points you want if you took that sell, right? This one, 557. Let's say 560 points. So if you traded $1 per point, how much would you have made on this trade here? From this trade down to here, how much would you have earned? 560 points. If you traded $1 per point.
$560.
Yes. What if you traded $10 per point? How much would you earn between here and here?
That would be $5,600.
Yes. So there are people earning this, right? In our community, there are people who did that this past week, right? This happened just recently. These blue cylinders, each of them is a day. So this was Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, the Friday before, Wednesday before, Thursday, Wednesday. So this move started off Wednesday morning. So for those who had the system, they would have been able to get the message. And for those who are monitoring NAS would know that there's a 1 hour sell trade. They put their order in and then just wait for the market to do its thing. And some people would have collected these 500 points. And some people did, actually. All right. And this took a day. From this blue to this blue is 1 full day. So anybody who knew this, had the system, and took advantage of this trade, they made all that money coming from here to here. And then there was another one from here to here. Not as big a move, but it still happened anyway. And there's something else. The market is changing right now, maybe to a buy. All right, but we have to wait until it develops that again. And then we'll know what to do. So this system gives us that type of data. So Oko, this is liberation. This is liberation. You know, to be able to have a system that gives you an opportunity to make $5,600. Right now, that's almost 6 million naira. This between here, yeah, that's between right here to right here. That's about 6 million naira. 6 million naira. what could you do with 6 million naira that you'd have earned in one day?
So many.
Huh?
This so much.
And you know, the thing is that this doesn't even take a lot of money to get the transaction done. You could trade NAS with as little as $200 in your trading account. Okay, you shouldn't trade NAS with a small account, but right, you can. All right, you should trade NAS with at least $1,000 in your account. But the good thing is that you don't have to have a lot of money in your trading account to make a lot of money from trading. That's it. You could. I've seen people in our community do 100%, 150% of their account in a day. Okay, I've seen people do that in a day. All right, so you can more than double your account in a day in trading. Generally, that's not typical, but there are people who do it 5% a day, 10% a day, 20% a day is very common. Okay, but the Safe to Trade system is helping people to double their accounts in a day, 2 days, 3 days, a week. So, guys, I'm telling you, this is a new day, a new season, a new time for us. And I'm very grateful that we have the system. And you simply get back to the one who invited you to be here so that you could get through the education and also get your system. And for those who already have their system, congratulations on using it and continuing to benefit from this wonderful blessing that we have here, known as the Safe to Trade system, known as Xtreamfx Global Academy. We're just very grateful for such a wonderful community that's here for us, right? To be able to improve our cash flows and help us to take better care of our families. Okay. All right. So any just one last time, any more questions?
I have a question.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, so it's Leanna, just to confirm. So the trade that you were doing live, the second crypto that
The
you were
EOS
doing, right? And it had hit the line for it to start
and turn back.
and turn back. What does that mean?
You lose the trade.
So when it hits the line, say for instance, it hits the line and it's just dwindling in the middle. Do you have a time for it before it has to hit the bottom line before it's up, or if it turns back, it's gone?
All right. Okay. So, like for example, let me. Good question, by the way. Good observation. All right. So this is the point where it was to enter the trade, and we wanted it to come down to about here, right?
Right.
Wanted to come down to about here. But there's something called a stop loss that you're gonna put in place, and the hook, the last reversal was a little bit above here. So your stop loss should have been like here. Okay. All right. Some people may have put their stop loss all the way up here, right, to give their trade more room to breathe, depending on how much money you have. Now, we would have in training, you're going to be told to put your stop loss a little bit above here. So if this continues to go up, it's going to touch this line. Okay. If it touches this line, the broker is going to take the money from your account from here to here, because you'd have lost the trade from here to here. But if it stays in this zone and comes back down, you still have time for the trade to win.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if it is
ahead.
as it is now, and it turns back and goes all the way back down to the third line, then you would have won?
Yes. But if it goes up to this line, you'd have lost. Now, you want to always have a limit as to how far you let it go. Some traders will give it room to breathe, depending on how big your account is. And they give their, like this is the main reversal point on this particular chart, right here. So some traders would say, you know what, I'm going to put my stop loss all up here. So if it comes all the way up here, I'd lose this money. Some traders will do that, but depends on your risk appetite. Some traders will want to keep it tight. You know what, I'm just going to risk this much from here to here. If I lose the trade, so what? It's just one trade. Okay. And we'll move on. So what the stop loss does is minimize how much money you put into the trade. So you're risking from here to here, or from here to here, or from here, depending on your risk profile, depending on how much money you have in your account. Those are factors that play a role in how much you'd risk on a trade. And you should always use a stop loss in a trade. So the stop loss limits how much money you're putting into that transaction. So if it does not go in your direction, this is how much money the broker will take out of your account. But it's possibly going to go in your direction. You saw that, right? You saw that red candle, right?
Right.
Right. So yeah.
Go
So
ahead.
based on where the stop loss should have been, it hasn't hit it yet. It hasn't come to your stop loss yet, right? So, but if right now it's not yet in profit. It's just in between where it entered the trade and where you would have lost money if it went up to here. That's if you put your stop loss there. If your stop loss goes higher, like way up here, then the trade would have to go way up here. But you're putting more money at risk to be able to win that transaction. Okay, but there's training you're gonna get on risk management, Liana, because here's what would happen. Let's say you're gonna trade for an hour and a half, and you may do 10 trades. You have are you keeping your stop loss this big, right? Then this amount of money is what you're trading with today. So you're risking this. Let's say this is $30, and you're trying to earn $3. All right, just using that as an example. So if you do 20 trades in the day, you'd have earned $60, but you'd have used $30 to earn $60. Or you could say, you know what, I'm not going to keep it that high. I'm going to keep it here, $15. And you try to do 20 trades for the day to earn $3 a trade. That's $60. So you'd put $20 at risk to earn $60 for the day. Okay, so that's in simplest terms I could put it, but hopefully that helps you. All right, but I think this is gonna continue to meander up. Right, I think it's gonna meander, but I can't know. I can only think it will. The system changed from a sell because the red changed to green. When that happens, we should delete the trade. So this trade, I would not have jumped into this trade, and let me tell you why. Because the 5-minute time frame was a buy. The 5-minute time frame, green, 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 red, green. So the market is really trying to buy. If we look at the 15-minute time frame, it's a buy. All right, so the market is trying to buy. If you look at the 15-minute time frame, can you see that it's kind of going up, 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 up? Can you see that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so the market is more trying to go up. But when it got to this point, it started going sideways. So it's possible that it's reversing. It's a possibility that it's reversing at this point. But on the 1-minute time frame started off showing some signs that it was reversing. Right, so the system calls that out automatically that there's going to be a possible sell. But with training, you would have known, man, I'm not going to go for that trade because it's not the perfect safety trade. There's some other rules that you're going to learn, which we did not go over in detail. But during your training, you're going to be able to go through that and practice and stuff like that. But
sorry, just one second. Sorry, that's the last question. So if it doesn't hit the stop point, right? How long does that trade stay engaged?
It's up to
Do you
you.
have a timeout on it, or like?
Yeah,
I mean,
it's up to you. It's up to you. You could leave it to go on until it goes in either direction, or if you want, you could place a time limit on.
Okay.
Yeah. So like when you're opening the trade, let's put new order right here. When you put a pending order, well, once it's active, once the trade is active, it's going to either go to your stop loss or your profit. It's going to go in one direction or the other. Or you could close the trade early, manually.
Okay.
So let's say it's in between here, and based on you're looking at the charts and you decided, you know what, I don't believe it's going to go down. I believe it's going to go up. Let me just close my trade now and just limit my loss from here to here, rather than waiting for it to go to your stop loss.
Okay.
Okay. So you could do that, or you could just let me see if it's going to hit my stop loss. Like up here is the ideal place to place your stop loss because this is where the reversal took place. All right, right here. Okay, this is where it came up. All right, intermediate stuff. But looking at the sideways move, the market came all the way up here, this top point. Then it came back down. And when it came back down, it went sideways, sideways, sideways. Now it tried to go back up to here, but it didn't succeed. It came up to here and it turned back. All right, so you see, it went all the way up here and came back down, went up again, came back down, went up again, came back down, went back up again, went back up again. So it's been having difficulty going up above here, right? In fact, if you put your stop loss way up here, then for example, is having difficulty going up above there. Not that it can't, but it's having difficulty getting up there, right? So the likelihood of it coming up to somewhere between here and here is unlikely, right? Between, especially above here, is unlikely that it's going to come. Not that it can't. Don't get me wrong, it can, right? But it's unlikely. So if you give the trade some time, it may come somewhere in between here and then turn around and come back down. And you could go on online and just Google chart for EOS USD, and then you could see what happens. Even without the signature system, you could see what happens. You could look at the chart and memorize, or maybe take a screenshot of this and then see what happens if it continues to come back down. But I think it has the likelihood here in my amateur brain as a trader, right? In my amateur brain as a trader, is that it's gonna come back down. That's my expectation, right? That it's gonna come back down. But it probably will push up a little bit more before it comes back down fully. But I believe it's gonna sell off. That's what I believe. I believe maybe it's kind of reached this peak because it's going sideways now. And it's been, if we go to a higher time frame, see, it's been buying up for a while on the 15 minutes, and buying up, started going sideways, and then look at the 30-minute chart. Oops, right? You could see when it came up, right? It started going down, started going up, down. So it's in a sideways move right now, looking like it's about to go back down, right? But that's, you look at the 1 hour chart. It started going sideways. So there's a potential that it's reached its peak. If we look all the way over here to the left, where it reached a peak up here as well, and it turned back. See that? Came up here, reached a peak up here, and it turned back. And it's reached another peak, but the market may be trying to go above this peak. And if it breaks this peak, it will probably continue going up. But if it doesn't, it will come back down. But those are things that you're going to learn in classes. All right, Liana? You're going to go to classes with master traders, and you learn all of these different things about market structure and, and how the market tends to behave and how to predict its behavior, and understanding things called higher lows and higher highs, lower lows, lower highs, and that type of thing. And lower lows, you'll learn all about that stuff, which will give you additional indicators to confirm what you should do. But today is not a detailed presentation by any means. Today is just a presentation to whet your appetite for you to get your safe trade technology. And join Xtream. I join Xtream and get the safe trade. That's the way I should put it. All right, and come and join Amaya and I and make some money together, right? So see, the stop loss would be like, a good distance from here to here. But then, you could go for a bigger win. You could go for more. Because it came down all the way down here, and it's probably going to come back to this blue line. But that's another story, right? This blue line trading is even another thing again, right? Where we could wait for it to come to the blue line, which it was here and it went up and it's come back to the blue line. And that's more stuff. Don't want to overburden you. There's 4 things, right? Red, 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 green, red, green, 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 red, green, right? I'm not trying to laugh you off. Yeah, I just love laughing. All right, so don't pay any mind to me.
No, I'm good. Thanks.
Did I help?
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, great. Very good observation. Okay, you had a question for me?
Yeah, you were talking about the blue box. I forgot, what did you say the blue box represents again?
When you go to any of the time frames, this blue box, this blue cylinder, this is the New York and London session overlap. So between here and here is where the New York session and the London session overlaps on weekdays. So this blue is really Friday, Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. All right, that's what that blue is. Okay, so it gives you an idea. This is where most traders try to make their money during this blue section. Right, that's where most of the activity happens Monday through Friday. Most of the money is being moved in the market during those hours. Most of the banks are doing their transactions. People are buying airplanes. People are paying for hotels. People are buying chains of business. People are moving billions of dollars around the world. Those things are happening during those hours. So that's the best time to trade.
All right.
Okay, great. All right, wonderful. If there are no further questions, I think we're done for today. And really enjoyed this presentation. And thank you, Leanna, for being so observant, right? What happened to my money during it? I don't. What happened to my money, right? Let me know how you didn't finish telling me that part, right? Okay, cool. Thank you for that. All right.
problem.
Yeah. All right, so get back with them more. I should hook you up, as you get your stuff going and thing. All right. Okay, guys. Love you all. Tomorrow, Sunday evening, 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. We're on here again. Let's let's rock and roll and have a great, great presentation, everyone. Bring out friends and family. Let's bring out a lot of people to come and be on here tomorrow. All right, let's not be selfish with this information. Let's spread the love and help other people to learn about this community. All right. Until our next call. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Doc.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Nice.
You're welcome. Hey,
Awesome,
Uncle.
awesome, awesome.
Hey, Mark. Cool runnings, man.
Diana, good night.
All right, bye.
Night in Nigeria, Diana.